In this video, we're going to be shading Venn diagrams to determine if the two sets are equal or not. So we're going to shade both of these things and then determine whether they are or are not equal. So at the end of the problem, it'll be a simple yes, they are equal, or no, they're not equal. Okay. So looking at the first one, it says shade A intersect B complement. Okay, A intersect B complement. So before I figure out what A intersect B complement is, I'm going to go here and I'm going to figure out what is A intersect B. Okay, once I figure out that, I can just do the opposite. Okay, so A intersect B is where A and B overlap. Excuse the letters here. We'll call this A and B. Okay, so it's where A and B overlap. So they only overlap right there in the middle. Okay. So if they only overlap right there in the middle on A intersect B, remember A intersect B complement is the opposite of this. So A intersect B complement will shade everything except for this part that I shaded in red here. Okay, so that will be all of this, just not that little sliver in the middle. Okay, so there is A intersect B complement. This is A intersect B, this is its complement. Okay, let's look at the other one. It says shade A complement union B complement. Okay, so let's figure out what A complement and B complement are first. So let's go down here to our, let's move this over a little so you can see still. Okay, so we're going to first do A complement and then B complement. Okay, so A complement is everything, and again, these should say A and B. Apologize for that. A and B, A and B. Okay, so A complement is everything that's not in A. Okay, so that would include all of this stuff, everything that's not in A. Notice I'm not shading anything that's in that A circle. Okay, B complement is everything that's not in B. So notice I'll shade everything except for what's in the B circle. Okay, now our question was shade A complement union B complement. So union means if it's shaded in either one of these, I'm going to shade it. So what do we shade? Everything that got shaded. So can I shade the outside of the two circles? Yes, I can. Okay, so shade that first. Here's the outside of the two circles. Okay, and then here it says I shade this part of B. So let's do that. Okay, and then here it says shade this part of A. So let's do that. Okay, so the only thing not shaded was that inside portion. Okay, so we go and we look at our two shaded and we say, are these two things equal? Is this A intersect B complement equal to A complement union B complement? And the answer is yes, those two things are equal. Okay, for our second problem, we are given two different things. The first one, and they were asked if they are equal. The first one says we need to find A complement union B and then complement that. Okay, so opposite of A, union with B, and then take the opposite of that. Okay, so let's look at that one first. First, A complement. Okay, so A complement is everything not in A. All the stuff on the outside and part of B that's not included in A. Anything that doesn't overlap in A, I'm going to shade. Okay, so there we go. And now that we have A complement, I can union that with B. So now I'm going to figure out what is A complement union B. I still haven't done the complement that's on the outside. That's the final thing. But for this, I'm just going to find A complement union B. Okay, so we know B is this. Okay, and we union that with this. Okay, and what's the only thing that I don't shade? It's out of these two, we shade everything that's been shaded at all, but it looks like this part of A right here never gets shaded by either one, so I'm going to leave that out of my final shading. Okay, so there we go. All right, so that is A complement union B. I was asked to find A complement union B complement. Okay, so that will be the opposite of this. The opposite of this means I don't shade anything that already was shaded, and I do shade what was not shaded. So the only thing that's not shaded is this little portion of A. So I'm going to go up here and shade that portion of A. Okay, so there is the first one. Now let's do the second part. So we've got, this one has shade A intersect B complement. Okay, so A, we know A is this. Okay, and then B complement being the opposite of B, so everything that's not in B, so it'll be all this. Not going to shade B at all. The entire circle remains unshaded. Okay, so there is A and B complement, and the question was asking us to find the intersection. Intersection means it has to be shaded in both of these for us to write it down. Okay, so there's only one region that's shaded in both of these, not the outside region because that's not shaded here, not this part of B because that's not shaded in either. The inside is not shaded in both, but this portion of A is shaded in both. So that is what the intersection is, and I will shade that, and then let's look at our final project and see if these are the same. It looks like they are. Okay, so we know that A complement union B, and then a complement on that, is the same as A intersect B complement. So is that true? Yes. And that's it.